It's PSTV, driven by Haldeman Ford.
What's up? It's Adam here at the PST Live Lounge, and we have special guest today, Frankie, with us. Give it up for Frankie.
Hello! Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So there's a lot of buzz around you. Every time I've looked you up online, I'm like, I know, what is that word, buzz? So a lot of excitement around you.
Yep.
So
Sure.
It was cool to read about you
Awesome.
and actually get to know you and actually meet you now. Right now you have a EP out.
Yes,
Called
Dream State.
Dream State, which is really cool. 6 songs.
Yep.
Which is really cool because sometimes I feel like EPs, they kind of like, they don't give you enough. But I feel
know
like
you always want more.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like what's cool is that the EP that we made, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of people that I talk to who put out EPs, they're like, yeah, I just wanted to experiment with the sound. But what I love about the EP that we made is like, I totally just feel confident. I'm like, these are the songs I love that I put out. I want them to be on the album. Like it's not just like a hint. It totally feels complete to me too.
That's what I like about it because it's not like a taste of 4 songs. Usually
Right.
EPs now are like 3 to 4 songs, and it's like it's such a tease.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Because you don't get that full album yet. It's
Mhm.
kind of like, this is me, hey, it's Frankie, but you give a little more, which is cool.
I'm a giver.
So going back to, I want to get to know you now. Now,
Okay.
is Frankie the full name and only name, or is it
So
short for something?
my real name's Francesca.
Okay.
And my mom is Cuban and Spanish, and her family is like, they only call me Francesca when I'm like doing a chore. Like, Francesca, get in the kitchen.
Or when you're in trouble.
Right, or when I'm in trouble. But yeah, since the day I was born, my mom's like, Frankie, I love it, Frankie for a girl. So I've been Frankie for forever. Everyone's always like, so how'd you get your name? Like, did you make it up? I'm like, no, it's on my birth certificate. Not really, but my nickname is.
They were never like hoping for a boy, right? Like, well, we're
Yeah,
kind of hoping for a boy, so we
We'll
had
name her
Frank
Francesca
ready.
if we have to.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And I see this inspiration behind your music. It's very like, obviously it's pop,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like growing up, when I read about you, it said like your mom would control the radio, so
Totally.
there'd be a lot of like singer-songwriter females like Joni
Oh,
Mitchell,
absolutely.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, she was like a 70s queen. And so seriously, like she would play Joni. Stevie is like our idol. Like we just want to be Stevie and we go see her as many times as we possibly can in Fleetwood Mac. And so yeah, I think like being at such a young age, listening to all those songs, and then my mom kind of explaining the story behind them, being like, she wrote this when this was happening. And I don't know, it was just always so cool that people kind of like wrote about their feelings in song form. And so at an early age, I was like, I definitely want to do that. But then at the same time, I would come home and I would turn on the TV and I would see Britney and the Spice Girls and like these badass women that I wanted to either be or hang out with. And so that was equally as inspiring to me. So I feel like, yeah, in a weird way, it kind of combined those two genres accidentally. And so I kind of I write everything. It's definitely all from my heart. But then at the same time, you have that sprinkle of glitter over everything that I love.
I even like your look. Like I feel like you could take a place of another Spice Girl at any moment
Oh
right
my
now.
God,
You could just
that's
jump
the
on
nicest
scene.
thing anyone's ever said to me.
And
Thank
especially we were
you.
taking pictures before, and you were like, "All right, put up your
Oh,
peace signs."
I mean, girl power for life. Like seriously, growing up with people saying girl power in your face was just like the coolest thing ever.
So are you now? There is some rumblings that they might get back together, but that Posh is holding out.
I know. I heard that they might be going on tour, which I would probably have a seizure if that was happening because seriously, like I never got to see them when I was younger, and I had all their
Really?
VHSs, and I would just like pretend to be them.
VHSs,
But
yes.
yeah, no,
You know what
literally,
that
like
is.
all of them.
So many people don't know what a VHS
Oh my
is
God,
anymore.
of course. Hello, I'm alive. But yeah, if they go on tour, like I'll cancel everything.
They went on tour in 2011, but
I
I'm
know,
guessing
again,
you missed that too.
missed it in college.
That was
Just
the reunion
such.
tour.
I know. I'm horrible. I'm the worst.
It's okay, you're fine. So enough of their music. Let's get back to your music. So when did you realize you were like, okay, listen, I can do this? Because you said it before. You were listening to other women write about their feelings in song form. So you were like, hey, I can do that too. So when did
Yeah.
that happen to you? You're like, this is something I want to pursue.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that I'm not good at anything else.
Okay.
No,
You
it's
found your
true
niche.
though. It's so true. Seriously, I went to college and I was like, so basically growing up, I was in piano lessons, so I was always very musical. I was singing at such a young age, and then I around 10 years old when like Avril Lavigne and Michelle Branch were coming out, I saw like these awesome girls again playing guitar, and I was like, oh, I feel like I could totally rock that, because I would try like dancing in the mirror like Britney Spears, and it was just not working out for me. So I picked up a guitar and started writing my own songs, but it was always a hobby for me. But I like I was the only person in my school who would do that. Like people were like, "You're writing songs at home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's like what I like to do." And so but I just thought it was kind of just a hobby. But then in college, I was like, "Okay, I'll go into a psych major." So I tried a psych major, and then I was like, "That's not working out." And then I was like,
That
"Maybe
already
I'll
hurts
do."
my head
Yeah,
thinking about
I
it.
know. And I was like, "Maybe I'll do musical theater." Tried that. That didn't work out. And so
Really?
yeah,
Considering like
well,
that would be like a good vein, like showmanship and stuff.
Yeah, no, it definitely was closer, but then
Uh-huh.
I just took a music class and I was like, what am I doing? Like this is just so what I'm into. I like geek out over it all.
Mhm.
So then I have a music degree now. And
Oh wow, so you're like legit. It's not like this was a side hobby. Someone liked what I did in a coffee shop, and now I'm here.
Yeah, no, I'm like a nerd.
No, it's good. You pursued it and you know it,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So it seems like you're very close with your band because I was checking you out online.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
have a web series.
We're like way too obsessed with each other.
So one episode as of now. Is there going to be more to that web
yeah.
series?
We're like releasing something every week for like the next 2 months.
Perfect. So,
You're gonna be annoyed with us.
in your passenger seat, and who we have with us today is
Petro.
And he helped you produce
He
your
produced
EP.
everything.
Or
Yeah.
everything. Sorry,
He
everything.
is like the producer king, Petro producer, PP.
P squared.
P squared. There you go.
That's
And
good.
what's awesome is that.
How did you guys meet?
Okay, so we met in college.
Oh, okay.
And in
The
college.
major? During the major?
No, he's an econ major, but he's like
Whoa.
naturally so gifted. It's so annoying. I'm like, took forever to learn what you already know.
You're
so
like, I
naturally.
got a bachelor's in this.
Yeah, and
It's
he's
not
like,
fair.
it's coming naturally. I'm like,
Natural
whatever.
gift.
But yeah, so we met in college, and we were always like, we would always do music together, but it was kind of always for someone else. It was like my friend in LA kind of wants a song, or wants someone singing on his record, or whatever. And so it was kind of always for someone else in mind, and only until I moved to LA about 2 years ago is when we were like, no, let's make something for us. And what's awesome is that like, so we took the rest of the year off in 2014, and we were like, let's make something just for us. If no one listens to it, fine. If someone listens to it, great. And we made the whole EP. Like the EP that's out is the thing that we made. And what's awesome is that like we started releasing songs online, and then like labels got really interested, and then we signed to RCA about a year ago. And what's out that RCA put out is the exact same thing that we made. Like it's untouched. Like it's
No one
yeah.
refixed it or anything?
No, it's like that's what we made.
Pat on the back to you. Pat on the back to you.
And what's even cooler is that RCA is letting us do the whole album that way. So like
Nice.
I'm writing everything with the
Little
boys.
clap, little clap, little
Petro's
clap.
producing everything. And yeah, we're just DIY pop. Doing it ourselves.
So going back to your EP, it is Dream State. It is out now.
Mhm.
I kind of like the name of your EP because you were saying a lot of these songs were formulated. Of course, you guys worked on them together.
Yes. They all start really okay, so
But like
basically
through dreams, right? Like
A
you'd be in the
little
middle of
bit,
a sleep
yeah.
and you'd be like, "Oh, I got a great
Yeah.
melody."
Exactly. No, it's crazy. So I used to write songs where I would just like grab my guitar and I would sit down and I'd be like, I'm gonna write a song right now.
Try
And it
to
was-
force it and you couldn't.
Right. And like sometimes, yeah, I would just be sitting there and be like, what am I doing? This is too forced. And so I just kind of started noticing that like as I was falling asleep, like that moment when you're literally about to be asleep, I just like was noticing that I was singing songs and lyrics in my head, and I was like, whoa, like this isn't a song that's out, I don't think. And I would grab my phone, like record a voice memo at 2 a.m., like retainers and all, like super cute, like only I can understand what I'm saying.
I want to be your new obsession.
Yeah, oh my god, exactly. And yeah, so I kind of like just started noticing that way of writing, and like I woke up singing like the song I just played, Chaos. I woke up singing that chorus one morning, like, and I loved that way of writing because then every song that stemmed that way felt so organic and like gifted to me or whatever. Not to sound all hippie, but like it's true. And so
It
that
came to you.
yeah, it came to me
Divine.
from the channel. But I've loved that feeling of being like, oh wow, like I got so excited with every song that came that way that I wanted to just continue writing that way. So I'll wait 3 months and not write a song until like a little melody kind of comes to me, and that's kind of how I like to write now.
I like it because you said it's not forced and it just kind of comes to you. And it's probably just like when your mind is clear, it's like, oh, I'm
Right.
at rest. It's like, bam, that's when it comes.
Then creativity just boom.
Have you ever lost a song? Like you're about to like sleep and it comes
Oh.
to you and you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. This is so good. I'll get it. And like,
Oh,
like, oh crap, what was I dreaming? Wait a minute, what was that melody? I
no,
just lost a hit
that's-
song.
That's happened before. What's the worst is when you're dreaming. Like I've dreamt songs before, and I'll be like, remember this, Frankie, like in my dream,
You're
because I'm
"You're
like, this
dreaming,
is so
Frankie."
catchy. You'll have to remember this in the morning,
Right?
and then I wake up and I'm like, dang it, it's gone
You're pouring the cereal. Like,
forever. Yeah.
crap. So before we end this really quickly,
Okay.
going back to your web series, like we said, there's going to be more videos if you want to get to learn Frankie, and I guess the recording
Webisodes.
process, right? Are you going to show the
Yeah.
recording process of
Yeah,
the new album
what's
through that
cool-
as well?
Yeah, so we went on a writing retreat to finish the album, like write the last few songs and flush everything out.
Because you're from Oakland and you went to
Oakland,
LA
California.
to finish?
So I'm from Oakland and I live in LA I've lived in LA for the past 2 years. And so then we drove to Palm Springs a few months ago to finish writing the album
Gotcha.
with all my little voice memo stems.
Piece them together like a puzzle.
Yep, exactly. But what's cool is that we brought cameras along with us, so you see us just get into a bunch of shenanigans and kind of a little bit of the writing process and how we play games and just like goof around and be annoying.
Definitely want to play a game with you before we leave. But
Oh,
also, I
yes.
need to mention, how cool is it, like, when you're first starting off, of course, you want everybody to recognize you. But I think you get, like, the ultimate shout out on Twitter when Taylor Swift tweets about one of your songs. What was
Yeah.
that like? Do you see, like, that message, like, pop up, like, the push notification? Be like, oh, it's a fan account. That can't
Oh,
be real.
yeah.
Like, why would
Exactly,
Taylor Swift be
exactly.
talking about me? Like,
Exactly. I was
she's
like,
so busy.
right. I was like, thanks, Taylor fan. No, but it was crazy. Yeah, my phone just started blowing up and everyone was like, Frankie, look. And I just didn't believe it. And what's really cool too is that it was a song that I was really excited about. It was New Obsession. And it had like just been out for a little bit. And so like the fact that it was that song, I was like, this is so cool. Like it's not even like my biggest song out. Like, I don't know. It was just the coolest thing ever. And I'm like such a huge fan of her. Like love her. Like went to go see the 1989 concert like in the nosebleed and was like, Taylor. So yeah, it was
like, we
such
know
an
each
honor.
other. We know each
It's
other.
me, Frankie.
You like my song.
So yeah, I mean that was just like the biggest pat on the back I've ever gotten.
I think my phone would have just busted if that happened to me.
Well, I had a heart attack like right then and there. I was like, goodbye.
This is not real life.
I'm good. Thank you, world.
I'm always looking to like end it really quickly for like time purposes. So,
Okay.
but I keep finding another
Oh,
question to ask.
You're so nice.
Do you have a name for the album yet? Because Dream State was for the EP, so
I
the
know,
songs come
it's
along.
so hard because I feel like
It's still working, so you still have time to cook it up.
I
but-
do have time to cook it up. But what's so crazy is like kind of what I was saying before is that like all the songs are gonna be on the album, and like the album doesn't feel like two different things to me. It just kind of feels like a continuation of the EP.
Mhm.
So it's like I keep calling it Dream State, but I'll have to think if I want another name. I'm
Okay.
kind of like debating it.
All right, we'll be waiting for it.
You'll be waiting. I'll
All
let
right.
you know right away.
All right, thank you. Tweet me.
I will.
And then my phone can explode. So I saw in the web series that you guys were playing songs to pass the time on
Oh,
the
yeah.
drive to the studio.
Oh yeah.
So one of them was kind of like you just made a song on the fly.
Okay, yeah, we have a weird game.
So explain that to me and let's see if we can do it really quickly and then we'll end it. And if
Oh
it's
my
bad,
God,
we'll just be
you're
like,
so
cut,
funny.
we're done.
Okay, you're so funny. So yeah, we make up this game. So we sing, you know that Jason Mraz song,
I'm yours.
I'm yours, yeah.
Mhm.
So we sing it to that melody because it's really easy and there's like just notes in between. And we'll just like pick a random ass topic, excuse my language. And,
Go for it.
and at
This
the
is
end
online.
Okay, great. And at the end of the game you kind of have to get there. So like we have to pick a random topic and then in the game we have to get there.
So it's kind of like improv.
A little bit.
So someone just shout
Yeah.
out something random.
Cat's doing what?
Eating a grilled cheese sandwich.
Perfect.
I'm really nervous about this, but let's see if we can do
Okay.
this. So it's just a word, right? Okay.
Okay, so
I'm gonna mess it up. Okay. You go first.
hey,
Hey, you.
cat,
Eating
grilled
cheese.
sandwiches
So much better singing. Alone
in
the alley.
by yourself. There we go.
There it is. There it is, everybody.
It's better when there's a bunch of different people because then like you have to only do one word and then like the sentences get weirder and weirder. You're like, what am I even thinking about?
It kind of made sense. Cats are alone in the alley half the time eating grilled
Eating
cheese.
I mean, it's
Totally friends with Garfield. Well, you got a little taste of Frankie. More is coming soon with the full album. If you want to get to know her, hit her up on her social media or look her up online. It's Frankie.
Frankie music. Thank you so much.
Thank you.